The past few weeks been tough. No sleep, no peace, no space for myself. Feel like I've had enough of life. I don't understand a thing. I don't understand myself. The moon shines brilliantly. Silver reflections of the loon bounce off eerily calm blues. Soft sands, dark waves, and sparks of light. On the edge of the island where my ancestors once roamed, I began to run. Questions asking who I am take us back to '02, when a certain boy entered the race. Took his steps in the east, guided by his parents, and the family of three didn't know the challenges they'd face. Who knew life was decisions? Only when they put me in a school of Germans did I learn to shape my thoughts from the grades. Johann, Franz, and Max were my homies who told the stories. Jean-Jacques and Manuel pushed categories. And it was there where I embraced diversity. A spot of brown set next to mixes and brights. It was here that I embraced my idols were white. We looked different, but we all share one common ground. So when I moved to the West, transition was easy. Spoke their language so freely, people didn't seem to notice. The goal is clear. I wanted life. I took it easy. I saw no need to run. And after a while, I got too comfy, delaying the questions that needed asking. Was the life I lived in truly authentic? Privilege gave me survivor's guilt and not belonging. Proof of that, look at the language I'm writing in. Too brown for the whites, too whites for the brown. And when they saw I was brown, they disbelief when I spoke white. My foundation of who I was began to crack, and suddenly, alone in the West, no one knew how lonely I truly felt. And when I came back, the reality shocked me. My people approached me in English like I had money for them. Spoke German to Germans, they looked at me like I was a Turk. A taxi driver, my caste, called me a disgrace for leaving our earth. My life, born to be excluded by the family. My mind suffocated, the questions were torture. Didn't know it was depression, just know I couldn't breathe. And I thought to myself, how am I supposed to continue my run? When the world wants one answer, one sign to define who you are, when your culture defines you and yet you don't know what that culture wants. An endless loop, a slave to the loop, trying to please both sides, but sometimes you can't. You just can't. Truthfully, I can't serve a punchline to my endeavors, pondering life for the longest while stuck forever, talking to everyone to understand myself, till one day I recall a call in the quietest of days. Like my childhood idols, a white man who came to the islands said, to fully understand you, no one truly will. However, multi-layered tension, a blessing the Lord gifted you. Living out the years, that's a challenge destined for you. Two truths, a chance, a curse, union, rebirth. A heavy touch to see the world not a lot of people can do. The fear turned to a small relief, but I still didn't want to believe it. Reversing all that I've learned in life seems counterintuitive, but I felt a strange pull. One thing felt clear, I needed to learn how to run. The story takes us back to Jakarta's harbor. The sky was pink, orange, shifted with a mighty call to prayer. In those waters swam two kids, they're approaching me. Picture, mister, said them in English, and in that moment I answered them in Indonesian. Their eyes were big. It was awkward, but then laughter shared, brushed up miscommunication, and in that moment it finally dawned upon me. I met them as I met myself, one whole package, not the west-east part of me, the torn part of me. I felt myself, an interaction that scared me, it grounded me. This misrecognition made me at ease. I found myself, realizing the arrogance I've built against my kind, knowing anyone could have been in a position like mine. I gave them some money, lots of love and hope in our eyes. Thanking them, I knew why I began my run. The same Jakarta sunset found its way back to a sunrise in Bali. Seagulls crying, people waking, sailors preparing for the waves. It's funny how a day ends as a new one starts. Old problems solved and new ones found. I stopped splitting myself and dared to look in the mirror. Saw one whole soul that's work in progress, God's beloved creation. I stopped splitting myself and dared to look at the horizon. Saw so many more challenges just waiting to be met. As the first light broke into the sky, a tear met all my sweat. The sounds of my steps get realer and realer. And after a while, I felt a smile in my eyes. To know yourself first, only then can you truly see the world. Get ready, 'cause next time, I'll know how to run. And as I reached my destination, on the foot of the great mountain, I looked up to see how the journey just started. On the edge of the island where my ancestors once roamed, I looked up to tell them, I'll make you proud. And though my story might look different than yours, though I speak a language foreign to yours, we come from the same roots. The story we write from now will both be ours. Who I am today might not look like how you envisioned it, but only the great Almighty knows how it'll truly be. But I'll keep the fighting spirit inherited. On the edge of the island where my children will return, I promise this. I'll make you proud. I'll make you proud. I'll make you proud.